It's been some time now since my bike ride around Norfolk, which was at that lovely leisurely pace where I was able to look around and appreciate what I was seeing in the countryside. The verges and hedges seemed far fuller than those in Suffolk, with many different types of flowers and plants, some of which I didn't know the names of. Some of the farmers seemed to appeared to be making a concerted effort to nurture and encourage the hedges and the verges to flourish. But also I noticed that some had started adopting the ancient practice of leaving part of the crop in the fields for foragers, those less fortunate, and in this case, nature. By leaving something for others, they were encouraging the bird and insect population, and no doubt other small animals that create complex food chains. This ancient practice of leaving some of the main crop for the benefit of others is spoken of in the Bible. In that context, it was specifically for the poor, or those who could not get food any other way and stop them from starving. Gleaning is a practice not only of spoken in Leviticus and Deuteronomy, but it's still practiced worldwide in the same context of leaving something from the main crop in order to benefit others. In parts of Africa, only children are allowed to glean coffee, beans and cobs of maize. John Steinbeck's Tortilla Flat tells of Senora Cortez, who gleans beans for her family, a staple part of their diet, without which they would have faced sure disaster. The concept is also being reinterpreted for modern approaches to distributing food surplus. Leaving portions of the harvest, particularly in the West, is not quite the same. We no longer see people scavenging and foraging in the fields in the same way that perhaps we would have done centuries ago. Encouraging people to leave something for others has been something of a challenge just recently, where we've seen during lockdown toilet rolls being bought up in vast quantities, and more recently petrol, as some people feel the need to buy out of panic in case they don't have enough. If they had resisted, in both cases, there would have been enough for everybody. The wisdom of the ancient scriptures directs us to live in a way which is much more compassionate to our neighbours. And if we consider our natural world as our neighbour, we can then start drawing parallels to things that mankind has been taking and consider giving something back. Like the farmers in Norfolk treading the earth more lightly, to give back something of that which has been taken, to share with the most important thing which we will need in the future to stay alive, our world. When I was cycling past those fields and seeing for myself how busy, how full the verges and hedges were, it felt very wholesome, it felt holistic, it felt holy. And that's the sort of world that I want to be a part of. The wisdom that gleaning gives to us, that the Bible gives to us, is to be generous and share with others and our neighbours who have nothing a portion of what we have. That perhaps is a world for the future.